realized that God cared about my dreams, and I didn't know that God cared about my dreams to be a model. You know, I thought that it was just something that I designed and I had gone after myself, but the whole time it was God literally helping me.
Hey lovies, welcome back to the Chrissy Joy Style channel. Today we are doing our center stage feature, and today we're going to do our center stage feature on Lillian Lightbourn.
Yes, hello.
She is a model here in New York that is amazing. She is literally breaking so many barriers, and I felt like she should be here today to share her story with you, because I know there's so many people out there, men, women, children, that would be so inspired by her story, because it's inspired me. So I want to be able to share with other people to inspire you. So thank you so much, Lillian, for being here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Love it, love it. And if you guys don't even know, I actually know Lillian already. I've met her through our church, the Rock Church Manhattan. So if you're in New York, definitely go check it out. It is a church that is for performing artists, and through there we've been able to meet and just really connect, and I am so grateful for it. So
Me too.
yes. So I know that you are a model. You are jet setting all around the world, literally. So tell us how this all got started. Like, where did this all begin? Well, actually, let's go back to the basics. So where are you from?
I'm from Bermuda.
Okay.
And it's like a really small island that a lot of people don't know about.
So what age was it that you decided to go full force into it and actually leave Bermuda and transition to New York?
It was when I was 19. A lot of girls do when they're younger, but since I didn't know anything about it, I didn't know I could stop when I was younger. So I just finished high school. I did like 1 year of college, and then I was like, you know what, I really want to model, and I don't feel like I can go far in Bermuda doing it, because only so far you can go in certain places. Like, yes, it has beautiful people, great photographers, but there's just certain things that I want to do. And I remember it was one particular trip, me and my best friend was supposed to go away to New York City for 1 week, and they all canceled, and I was like, I'm still gonna go and find my agency. So what I did, I just went to New York City for about a week, and I just went to as much agencies as I could. And my dad, like, he found a family friend who let me stay with them in New Jersey, and she would drive me to the city, like, big shout out to her. She would drive me to the city to like castings, and then my sister also had a friend who accompanied me with some of them, because I didn't know New York City, and 19 is really young to be in the city by yourself.
Yeah.
And so whoever said yes, I just went with them, and at the age of 20 I ended up moving here completely. Yeah.
Wow. So you were signed during that trip when you came here?
Yeah.
Wow. So how was it when you first started? Was the jobs kind of coming in, or was it kind of like a job here, a job there? Was it like a steady pace?
I would say it was definitely really hard at first, because people always tell models, like, just be prepared to be broke for like a little bit.
Oh, really?
Or just save money, because it's definitely a hard industry to get into, and there's always like a new face, always like someone that prefers this over that. So someone might like you, but the other person might not like you, and it's just a big game of chance at first, and so it was definitely hard at first.
Gotcha. So Lillian, you were in Bermuda, you transitioned to New York, and you're in the industry now. So I know that so many different people have heard horror stories about the modeling industry, including myself, like, oh my gosh, it's so horrible, it's cutthroat, it's people that will do you so dirty, and stories on end. So how was it for you once you actually got into the industry? Like, what were the different things that you experienced, or that, is it really like that bad, or that from what people say? Like, what's your take on it?
I think it's just crazy because Bermuda is so sheltered, and because I had such loving family and whatnot around me, I didn't realize that, you know, people can be racist like that. Like, I didn't really, in Bermuda, pretty much a lot of the people in power are black people.
Yeah.
So that's what I see just black people all the time. Wow. So coming here and realizing that some people are racist when it comes to booking black models, or just their view of you, or just them not wanting to embrace you as a person or your culture because of your hair, or, you know, you look mixed, or you're dark, you know. I never experienced that before, so it was definitely like a little bit of a shock And it took me a little bit of time to shake out of it, because that type of thing can't hurt somebody. I feel like just embracing myself really helped, but it took me so long to embrace myself. It took me forever to embrace my hair, because since, you know, they at that time they wasn't really into black models, and they're getting there, like they're getting better. So thank God.
You,
but
Seriously.
I feel like I was had to wear my hair straight, or I couldn't wear curly. And I remember the first time one of my agents, she was like, "You need to cut your hair and wear curly." And I was like, okay. Like inside, I was like, I was like screaming inside. I didn't know what to do. But my hair, I had to embrace it, because I guess maybe it was affecting my confidence. And so she saw that, and I remember the day she booked me an appointment, I didn't show up to get my hair cut. I didn't show up, and she was like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I changed my mind."
Oh my God. What did she say?
She was like, "Get there right now." And I was like, Jesus, help me. So it was definitely an experience, but so many people were like angry about it. I remember this makeup artist got so mad at me. She's like, "How could you let them cut your hair? Like, your hair is your crown as a black model. You can only book jobs with straight hair." So I questioned it a lot, and I questioned it for a long time, for years. Like, if I should wear straight or wear curly. If I show up to one cast and they're like, "Oh, we want to see it straight." If I show up another cast and they're like, "Oh, I wish I could see it curly." So it just frustrates you so much, because you feel like you never have what they're asking for at the time. And then it just came to a point where I just wear natural all the time, because that's who I am, and I want to represent women, and I want to represent children that look like me. So it's like, I'm just gonna embrace what God gave me.
I love it. And how has that been going so far?
It's been going good. I've been getting so much good feedback at fashion shows. They just book me with my hair like this. And if I show up to a job and they're like, "We want to straighten it, but we like it like this," or they want to throw a wig on me, but they're like, "Nah, it's good. Like, your hair looks so good." So it's definitely working out for my good.
Yes. So I know that you are always doing different fashion weeks all over around the world. So tell us one of your most memorable moments from Fashion Week.
Okay, so one of my most memorable moments, well, Fashion Week is amazing. Like, I just have to say that.
Always.
It comes with like the thrills, like going to this country, that country, and it's very tiring at the same time.
I can imagine.
Live on no sleep, like you have no sleep. And I guess one of the most memorable moments was when, I have a lot of memorable moments, but this one really touched me a lot, because I didn't think it was something that was possible. So because some designers are a little bit sensitive, so you don't want to tell them that you're uncomfortable about clothes or something, or you don't want to wear something. It's bad to tell your agent first, because I've made that mistake before and gotten caught from shows because they're like, "Oh, she doesn't like our stuff, so bye." And it's not that I don't like their stuff, it's just it might be something that I just don't feel comfortable in. And this one particular show, I was at the fitting, and I was in Milan, and everyone was speaking Italian. I don't know what they were saying. and they were such sweet people, like they're the best. And I had on this outfit that they put me in, and it was like completely sheer, and it was like net. And I was like, like, you know, growing up in the islands, like Jamaican, like that type of stuff is cool, but I don't want to wear that down the runway. And then they took a picture, and I was like, "Can you really see that? Is it that bad?" I couldn't tell, but I just was like, I can't do this, because once the lights hit you, like just everything is gonna be shown or whatnot, and it doesn't matter if it's this thin or whatever, it's gonna be shown. So I didn't tell them. I told my agent. I called them right afterwards, and they were like, I was like, "Oh, you know, there's one top I'm wearing that I don't really want to wear. Like, can you please tell them that I don't feel comfortable?" Which is like the good way to do it, you know. And they were like, "Lily, like the show is today," because I had the fitting the same day of the show, and they were like, "Why didn't you just tell them?" And I was like, "Because I was told not to." And they were like, "No, say something next time." And I was a little bit confused. And they called the stylist for me, and she was like, "Please don't cut Lily. We love her. Like, this woman is so beautiful." And they were like, "Well, we'll see what we can do. We'll try and fix it, but no guarantees." And I was like, "No guarantees." So I show up, and like I see her, and she's looking at me like, Lily,
my share, I know what she said.
and I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me. She said that, I'm gonna kill you. Like, I'm gonna kill you. And I was like, I'm sorry. And so I tried. She was like, we'll just get a tank top and put it underneath the top. And that's crazy because it's like a really cheap tank top and just like put it underneath.
Wow.
And so she allowed me to do that. And she looked at me and said, only for you. And she's my religious model. I don't know if my agency told her that I was a Christian or something like that. Yeah. Or they just called on and were like, yeah, I think it's just something she just wanted to. And so I just took it. I was like, thank you. So she was really sweet about it. And I went down the runway. I felt very good. I felt good.
That is such a beautiful story. And guys, can I give you a disclaimer? They don't do that anywhere. Like, for a designer to approve having a tank top put up under something, because designers always have their whole vision and how everything has to happen like a certain way. So just to know that God is like, okay, look, I know you feel uncomfortable. I know this isn't what I want. So I'm gonna put it inside of them so that they say, okay, look, let's just make this work. Like, guys, is that not like, that's God? That's God. That's how you know God is with you. That's how you know that God is like, okay, I'm going to make sure I direct your path. It's all about just trusting in him. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when we trust in him and just let him literally control our career and let him really make the decisions for us and just trust that he's going to turn the situation around for our good, this happens.
Amen.
Oh, this makes me so happy.
Yeah, it is hard. It's not easy. You feel like you have a knot in your throat, like when you're trying to speak up about something that you want or something that you don't want to do. Mm-hmm. So just know that it's hard, but to be free, to free yourself, you have to do it. You have to speak your mind. You have to live in your truth, because if you don't, after that, you'll book every job you book after that will just be something that you don't want, that you think is not your image. So you have to really stand for who you are now, because it's your life. Yeah. It's your life. They can book someone else that will do that stuff, and you book what's for you.
Well, I have one last question for you. So if you could take the Lillian that we see today and actually go to like a coffee shop and like sit down with like the younger version of you, what advice would you give her to like say, so that she could know that she's on the right path and she's doing the right thing?
Ooh, that's emotional. Like, wow, I feel like a little emotional thing about that. Man, if I saw Lillian, who I went by Lillian for a little bit, then they changed to Lily. So
shorten it up.
Yes. I feel like I would tell my younger self that it's gonna get better. Like, it gets better. Don't worry. I would tell her, look, it's not gonna be like everyone else. Like, it's gonna be hard, but you're gonna have a great support system. You're gonna have a group of brothers and sisters that God has added onto your life that love you like so much, that pray for you, that will do anything for you, that will bend over backwards to make sure that you have food, that you are clothed, that you are going to your cast, and they will do that for you. And it literally, just don't worry, just keep going, don't worry.
Thanks so much for joining us here today, and thank you so much for coming, Lillian. Guys, make sure to follow her on Instagram. She has an Adventures of Lily. So tell us more about it.
So I travel a lot this year, and I'm already traveling next week. It's still the first month of the year. And so my Instagram is at Lily Lightbourn, LIGHTBOURN, and just follow me.
I'll put it at the bottom, so just in case you can have it as a reference. But guys, make sure to comment below if her story inspired you. If you have a message for her, write it below and she'll check so that she can get your message. But in the meantime, make sure to like, subscribe right below so that you can stay tuned for more features to come from more people in the fashion and entertainment industry. But in the meantime, continue to live life with purpose and style. See y'all. Bye.
To realize is that God cares about our dreams, and because he cares about your dreams, he's gonna make sure that it happens. And even when you feel like you messed up, like I felt like I signed the wrong agency, I felt like I did the wrong photo shoots, I felt like I didn't start young enough, but that didn't stop God from blessing me and for allowing people to book me and to use me for different jobs and to be a light, on certain sets. It never stopped God once.